I have shown the wig on my head more times than I can count. This is a budget-friendly headband wig from Amazon. The company is called Sapphire Wigs. I have so many videos on these amazing headband wigs, even a tutorial teaching you how to work with the length. And I'm here to show you 4 colors. I've shown many colors from them. This wig comes in a ton of colors. It's about $25, give or take a few dollars, depending on the color. And it's so good. I think every wig wearer should have one in her closet. I'll tell you why, and I'll show you the colors. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I am partnering with Sapphire Wigs to bring you this video, but before you click off because you trust nothing that someone says about a gifted product, I bought my first Sapphire Wigs headband wig. I found it on Amazon. I love headband wigs for a variety of reasons. Working out, at the pool, at the beach, hiking. There's so many great reasons to have a headband wig. And I found them and I bought it and I loved it so much that I went on the hunt to see if I could find Sapphire Wigs to see if they would partner on future reviews. Which I always do when I find a product that I love, because if I had to purchase every single wig I show you guys, I would be done. I wouldn't be making any more videos. I wouldn't have all the wigs to make Tip Tuesdays. So gifted content, really helpful. I understand your reticence to trust it though, and all I can tell you is I bought my first wig. I still have that first wig and I loved it. Now, in this video, I am just going to talk about the 4 colors that I have because many of you have reached out and asked if I would show other colors. Sapphire Wigs was so wonderful to send me 4 colors so I could do another video, but I have quite a few other Sapphire Wigs headband wig videos. So what I'm going to link in the description is a full review because I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty details of these. I also have a Tip Tuesday video where I show you how to trim the length because these are pretty ridiculously long for many of us, and thin it because it does have quite a bit of hair. This actually feels a little lighter than my very first one, so maybe they've lightened them up, I don't know. But learning how to work with your wigs is going to make such a huge difference in your wig journey, and I know you wish they would sell shorter wigs because I've heard from many of you. They don't. Maybe they will someday, but modify it. It's not that hard. That video takes you step by step, and it's a beginner video. I am not a skilled stylist. I'm not a trained stylist. I am a hack stylist, and I show you ways that somebody without steady hands, I do not have the most steady hands, arthritis, I have arthritis in my thumbs, or skills can still make their wigs work for you. So definitely check out the description box if you want to learn more than what I'm going to cover in this video. But I wanted to give you that history because I want you to know these wigs are incredible, worth every penny, $25-ish that you spend. And if you do struggle with the length, I've got you and I can help. Now, let's talk about these colors. First, we're gonna start outside. I filmed a quick segment showing you all 4 colors side by side. It was 2 degrees outside, so it's a real quick segment, but then I'll come back and I'll explain more in depth. All right, friends, we are outside. It is 2 degrees out here, so I'm going to be super quick, but I wanted to show you this in natural light. So we've got it from the darkest to the lightest. So right there, the darkest is called bright brown. It absolutely looks like a red, 100%. Next to it, we have natural brown with blonde tip. That's this one. Next to that, we have mix light brown right there. They are pretty similar. I'll break them down inside. And next to that one, we've got honey blonde. So it's, where's my finger? This one right here. Honey blonde with tips. So that's, these 3 are so close. So it might be helpful for me to break that down for you. Since the other 3 are very similar, as you saw in that last segment, I am going to talk about the one on my head first. This one is called bright brown. This is a red. This is an auburn red. I do not see really brown in this. The bright, yes, but it's absolutely more of a red, kind of an auburny red, a light auburn red. It's so beautiful, but you have to like reds for this color. It's not rooted. There's no low lights, which you could add with furniture markers or Copic markers. I do have videos showing how to root and add lowlights to synthetic wigs, heat friendly or regular, with markers. So you could do that, but oh my gosh, it's stunning. So I would say when you're looking at the website, bright brown, it's pretty much red. All right, so let's take a look at the other colors that are closer in tone. Starting with the darkest of the three, this one is called Natural Brown with Blonde Tips. One thing I do want to mention, every one of their wigs comes with a headband. This one came with two. Two of the wigs had this style of headband. This headband came with one or two. I don't remember what all the headbands were, but they do come with a headband, which is really great. So this one, Natural Brown with Blonde Tip. In the picture, it looks a lot darker than it is. I would consider this an ashy light brown, in my opinion, with the blonde on the ends. So this is, again, the color description or the name, I don't think fits the wig great, which is why I think these videos are helpful. Another thing that's helpful is that these are sold on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, you have free returns. I'm not sure. I'm sure you have a return if you don't have Amazon Prime. I have Prime, so I'm not really sure. But if you get one and the color isn't great for you, then you can send it back. But let me caution you on doing that. For $25 or less, these are great practice wigs, and you never know if a color will grow on you. Certainly I've changed. I am a natural dark brunette. You could not have paid me any amount of money to wear blondes when I first started wearing wigs. Now I can wear virtually every color, and that can happen to you if you wanted to. If you don't, these are great practice wigs to add low lights, to darken them. I actually have a video where I almost completely changed the color of a blonde wig with markers. I'll link that below as well. So don't give up if you get a color that's not great for you, especially if it's lighter, because you can do things with that. So I wanted to show you really quickly why I saved these, because as you saw outside, they're so close in color. So again, the one on my head is Natural Brown with Blonde Tip. I will put a picture at the end where I label all of them. This one is, I'm just looking at I have it all written down, Mix Light Brown. So we've got Mix Light Brown and Natural Brown with Blonde Tip. So here you go. So close. I think you've got an ashy light, kind of a light brown, dark blonde. That's what I see in this. It's not warm, it's not red, it's not yellow, none of those things. If you want it just a step lighter, not much, but slightly lighter, then we've got the Mix Light Brown. Again, probably more of a blonde. I would say this is more of a dark blonde. I do not really see brunette in this one. There are a little bit of low lights here and there, but I just don't see it. Both of these are more neutral to ashy in tone. I would say the Mix Light Brown is more ashy than the Natural Brown with Blonde Tip. No red, no yellow, very neutral to ashy. If you like more warmth, then I would consider the Honey Blonde with tips. So we've got really light tips on this one. If you're to shorten it, you're going to cut off that. So unless you love mermaid hair and you want to keep it long, you will be cutting off those tips. Here's a suggestion. Maybe you don't know if you'd love it long. Buy two, cut one, leave one, and then you've got some options. But this one is definitely more of a honey, a warmer blonde, more of a medium blonde. It's not a light blonde, definitely warm. So the first two in this threesome, more neutral to ashy. The last one, warmer. I threw on the Mix Light Brown because I do think this one looks lighter when it's on than the Natural Brown with Blonde Tip. It also, to me, looks a little bit ashier. So this is the Mix Light Brown, and again, this one next to the Natural Brown with Blonde Tip, hoping it's easier if it's not on a mannequin head. And finally, the Honey Blonde with tips. When it's on, I think you can really see the kind of the yellow honey tones on this one, and there's those lighter tips. I'm gonna hold up the Mix Light Brown, so the next lightest that I've been showing you in all of them today, so that you can kind of see how the warmth really comes through. So to wrap up, I think every wig wearer should have one of these. I really do. You just never know when you are going to be facing a situation where you are worried about what you're going to wear on your head. If you only wear it to a pool party or to the beach or to go hiking or some outdoor activity, then I think the purchase would be worth it. Cutting it and thinning it, this one does feel heavier than the first one I had on. So I think there may be some variation in the amount of hair that's on these. But if you cut it and thin it, you can easily put this into a messy bun with a scrunchy ponytail holder. And so I think there may be a time when you are faced with a situation, maybe you never, ever, ever wear headband wigs, and then you're faced with a situation where you might want to. Maybe you're helping a friend paint their house, but you don't want to go natural with your bare head or the hair that you have. You could wear one of these. They're so affordable that you don't have to worry about getting paint on it or ruining it at the pool, which I don't think you will anyway. Like I said, I have my first one still from 3 years ago and I can still wear it. In a messy bun is how I always wear it, so that does protect the fibers a little bit, but still, I'm going on and on. I'm not trying to sell you this wig. I'm just trying to give you options so that you are never faced with a really scary situation and you don't know what you're going to put on your head. So think about that. If you want more information, again, lots of links below to help you, and let me know if you have questions. Thanks to Sapphire Wigs. They sent these to me like 2.5 months ago. I have not been feeling well. That's another video, and I just am finally getting around to it. So you guys, I'm sorry about the delay. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you soon. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.